What if I told you that pumping could extend your breastfeeding by an average of 5+ months?
Now, I really actually like this video, but I think the creator could agree, right? The reason that study is saying that is because you don't have a choice. You got to go back to work. So yeah, you got to pump. That's going to extend your breastfeeding journey. And I get the study, but the real thought behind it that like provokes a little bit of like anger in me is that that's what you have to do, because you're being made to go back to work before you're ready. So yes, absolutely. That study shows that pumping will extend breastfeeding for up to 5 months. Completely agree. I need to say something though, and it is this. Because moms don't have a choice. They have to go back to work. That's why it extends it. I don't want anyone to misconstrue this information, and she handles it greatly. She does an awesome job. That doesn't mean that the day you give birth, you should start pumping to help extend your breastfeeding journey for 5 longer months. No. You don't need to start pumping until you start preparing to go back to work. And I think while I get the study, I can't say that enough. I get it. It's just my boob brain went to, well, duh, they have to pump. They're back at work. They're back at work because we are forcing moms to go back to work and separate from their babies earlier and earlier and earlier. So yeah, when you pump to go back to work, you're extending your breastfeeding journey. Completely agree. Just remember, when you hear stuff like that, make sure you're understanding all the information. And all the information shouldn't be kind of like grouped into different places. This doesn't mean starting pumping on day 1. That's not what that means. This means when you go back to work, you gotta pump. Okay? Hope this helps. This was a really good actual article. This creator did an amazing job. Kudos to her. I loved what she said in all of this. So go and read it with the knowledge that that doesn't mean start pumping on day 1. It just means, yes, pumping extends your breastfeeding journey because you have to go back to work. Hope that helps.